We begin a new series this morning, Behind the Tabloids. We start with a look at Mary Jo Buttafuoco. We first heard the name 16 years ago when teenager Amy Fisher, Joey Buttafuoco's then teenage girlfriend, shot Mary Jo in the face. The tabloid coverage was relentless, and the case of the Long Island Lolita was born. We recently caught up with Mary Jo to see how she's doing after all these years.
They said she was a lonely Lolita.
It was a love triangle that made headlines around the world.
Did you do it?
And prompted 3 TV movies. 17-year-old Amy Fisher shot her lover's wife, Mary Jo Buttafuoco.
By the time I wake up and find out, it's all over the papers that Joey was having an affair with this young girl, and she wanted me out of the picture, so she tried to kill me.
Mary Jo nearly died after she was shot in the head at point-blank range, but she survived and stayed with Joey for another 8 years.
People have always asked me, why did you stay? How could you stay? And my simple answer is, because I believed him when he told me he had nothing to do with her.
Amy Fisher spent 7 years in prison and was paroled in 1999. Mary Jo and Joey eventually left the scene of the crime, Long Island, New York, and moved cross-country to California. But distance wasn't enough, and in 2003, they split.
It got to a point where after 20 years, you're like, everybody else is growing up. Why aren't you growing up?
Today, Mary Jo has found a new life and a new love in Southern California.
My life has changed dramatically. I now am living with my fiance, Stu, and his 3 children. My daughter lives with us, and my son is all grown up. And I'm being a mom again, something that I thought was over and done with. I'm doing it again.
But despite carving out a new life, Joey and Amy's bad behavior always follows her. Seemingly unable to stay out of trouble, Joey was arrested in 2004 and 2005, and both Joey and Amy each have their own porn videos.
Affects all our lives. I mean, you know, anything he does, our phones ring off the hook. And then you can always count on, sooner or later, Joey's going to do something again.
Mary Jo says it was her son who finally helped her understand Joey.
And I said, I don't understand why your father doesn't get it. I don't understand. And he just looked at me and he goes, he's never going to get it, Mom. He's a sociopath. I spent a lot of years with this man. I was married to him for 22 years. And I thought my love could help him. And I realize now it was all for naught. I couldn't fix him. But if I had known then what I know now, I probably would have gotten out.
Mary Jo was inspired to write a book, not only about her life with Joey, but how to spot a sociopath.
I'm calling my book Getting It Through My Thick Skull, because it took me a lot of years. I have a very thick head.
The bullet from Amy Fisher's gun is still lodged in her head, but Mary Jo says she has a lot to be thankful for.
I'm deaf in my right ear. I'm paralyzed on the right side of my face. You know, I have things, but like I said, I live with them. I've been given a gift so far of 16 extra years, and at least I, keep taking one step forward.
Mary Jo has severed all ties with her ex-husband, Joey Buttafuoco, and is focusing on her new life in Southern California.